Hi guys, my name is Chris and you're watching Wrestling Today, so let's start with the build towards WWE WrestleMania 40 has begun ahead of next year's event at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Although WWE is looking at the near future with Crown Jewel on November 4th from Saudi Arabia and Survivor Series in late November, the company is also looking towards its biggest event of the year. Plans for the regular top stars have started to be made. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that 4 matches are in the works for WrestleMania 40. The biggest match is undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns vs. Cody Rhodes, a rematch from this year's WrestleMania 39, where Reigns went over Rhodes in what will be remembered as one of the biggest upsets in Mania history. Meltzer wrote, "Right now, based on things told to me and stare-downs on television, whether this is for Mania or another big show, the down the line teases this week were Reigns vs. Rhodes, Ripley vs. Lynch, Jimmy vs. Jay and Flair vs. Cargill. Do you guys like to see these matches at Mania?" The next story is about Lacey Evans had a lot of potential as a heel in WWE, but it will remain untapped as she parted ways with the company earlier this year. Lacey Evans also admitted that she almost got into several fights backstage in WWE after verbal altercations. Following a brief return, Lacey Evans was absent from WWE television for well over a month. It eventually led to her WWE exit, which ended up disappointing fans who wanted the best for her. While speaking on the Power Alphas podcast with Mandy Rose and Tino Sabatelli, Lacey Evans revealed that she almost got into several fights backstage in WWE after verbal altercations. Evans said, "Not that I gave a to begin with, how I lasted 7 years in WWE. This same mouth is the same one backstage. I can't tell you how many damn fights I almost got into. I verbally told them, every time, I'll work at McDonald's before I ever sit back and have anybody talk to me the way you talk to me because you feel I owe you something. The only thing I owe is working my ass off to have a good match. Back here, there is no damn way I'm going to let anybody talk to me just because you've walked roads that I haven't walked. It's been a few times. Luckily, the powers that be like me enough to, each year, I just got a little more. WWE has been great to me, they've been awesome, I invested every bit of my money, I haven't taken out loans. I have investment properties, real estate, I have a full business paid for. I'm in a good place because I was smart. That addiction doesn't stop. Every day, just like the Power Alphas that are on this podcast, every day, we wake up, and it's not if, it's when, and we have to be ready to fight that head on, whatever it may be. A lot of people don't have that mindset. You can tell an alpha from where they end up. It's not always the ones holding a title above their head. Sometimes, it's the ones that never got to touch that because we are alphas. I'm not standing outside of doors anymore waiting on answers that whoever the powers that be can't even look me in the eye and tell me. I don't have time for that. I'll be damned if I'm going to live like that and have people talk to me a certain way because they feel that I don't owe anybody a damn thing because I work my ass off every day." Lacey Evans is no longer part of WWE and she admitted that she wasn't cut out for it. We'll have to see what the future holds for Lacey Evans, as the sky is truly the limit for her. What's your view on what Lacey Evans said? The final story is about the Garcia twins' comment on potentially returning to the ring. Nikki and Brie Garcia, formerly known as the Bella Twins, announced their departure from WWE in March. They had remarkable careers in WWE, as they collectively held the WWE Divas Championship 3 times. They were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2020. Nikki last regularly wrestled in 2018, as she was forced to retire due to a neck injury, but she made a one-off return in the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble. Brie also returned to the ring for a one-off appearance in the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble. She has not regularly wrestled since 2018. Speaking with Amanda Hirsch on Not Skinny But Not Fat, the Garcia twins were asked whether they get the itch to wrestle again, and they both expressed their interest in returning to the ring. "Brie, especially because my husband's at AEW, but I'm still surrounded a lot by wrestling because he and we talk about it all the time. He's fully in it, and he just had an incredible match this Sunday at their big pay-per-view, All Out. I watch everything, and when I see the women wrestle and all that, I always am like, ah. Nikki, you get fired up. Brie, I know. AEW's for sure more hardcore. Nikki, they have less rules, I would say. They're allowed to bleed and hit each other with objects." Hirsch then asked whether they would be open to a more hardcore style of wrestling, and Brie stated that she would be. Hirsch noted that it felt like their wrestling careers weren't over, and Nikki stated that they want one last run. "Nikki, we want one last run. Especially when our sons are a little older and they could sit and watch their mommies kick ass and if my surgeon allows me to. Brie, because of her neck. As of this writing, There is no word on when the Garcia twins will return to the ring. Nikki previously said she would return as long as the doctors say yes. The Garcia twins recently passed the torch to the Kander twins Hannah and Haley. Thanks guys for watching, and please subscribe for fast wrestling news and updates.